Hello and welcome to another Khabarovsk game. This time I'm playing solo and I'm playing on Atlantic map on Domination and it is a Stevie game which is not ideal for the Khaba since it's fairly easy to hit if the CV is well capable, um, at least to some extent. We spawn with more or less one destroyer per cap, but I have no intention to going to A since I'm spotted at 9.6 kilometers and I have no smoke. So instead, my plan is to go support the Shima, which I assume will go into B. I'm also hoping that the Akizuki in the north will go into C, so that we can at least contest 2 caps. The enemy has 3 stealth ships, 2 Shimas and a Kagero. So, depending on what they do, they can at least in theory try to contest all caps. Now, if you look on the minimap to the north, it looks like the Akizuki is joining the game a bit late, and the 3 other ships are leaving the area since they didn't really want to go to sea without any spotting. And once Akizuki joins, he will actually leave the area too, so we are giving up both A and C. Even worse, the Shima in B is not actually going into B. He's just sailing around the edge for some reason I cannot understand. I get a bit too close and I'm detected by the destroyer in B. And there are some shots coming in from range, but nothing I cannot easily avoid. The Shima is spotted and continues to move away from the cap. So we can see now that Akizuki in the north is awake. The enemy has capped B. They are about to finish capping A. And they are capping C without any contest from us. So a really bad start. The 2 destroyers on my team that actually can cap are seemingly not interested in it. And this early in the game, I really cannot go in and try and contest. Someone on the team is pinging all 3 destroyers. I think it's a bit unfair to ping me, but I will nevertheless go into B now. Akizuki and Shima, I have no idea what they're doing. Whatever it is, it's not very useful. The enemy CV sends the bomber towards me as I go into B. And I see the enemy Shima that instantly smokes up. I'm a bit lucky with the CV because all his bomb drops miss me. But I have enough ships shooting at me to last anyway. I decided to torp the Shima, and yes, I am doing the widespread, simply to try and cover the entire smoke. But I am forced to leave. I don't know if, well, I assume there will be torps coming from the Shima, and if I shoot, I will be detected. I haven't taken nevertheless, and the torps on the Shima are coming. But I hit 2 torps on the Shima in smoke, get first blood and a devastating strike. So a good start, and I am right now actually capping. The 2 other destroyers are still not anywhere near a cap, which is extremely annoying. They are switching places with each other now. I have no idea what they're up to. At least it looks like the Shima is going towards C. But with those players, you really never know. Instead, I am actually capping B now, in a Khabarovsk, when there are a CV around and plenty of ships. Enemy Yamato does not have his guns on me, so I open up while I finish capping B. Dakizuka has actually entered B and I guess helped with a few points, but it was basically a solo cap. And the Shima is finally entering C. Only took him 6 minutes to enter a cap, so well done Shima. Meanwhile, I'm trying to farm the Yamato a bit. There are plenty of ships that can shoot at me, so I'm trying to evade best I can. There are some torps coming from, I guess, one of the destroyers, possibly the Sao. And I have Yamato shooting at me. Get a decent hit, but I have my heals and I can set him on fire. As if our destroyers were not bad enough, we have a Bismarck in B2. I guess protecting the CV at A1. This particular game is just full of elite players, it seems. There is also a bit of a group date in F2 and the corresponding areas close by. And we have a Yamato all the way up on the A line, even though it looks like all of the large ships the enemy has is they're all here in the south side. I open up on the Republic, but he has good secondary, so I start to kite away while continuing to shoot at him. The Yamato I just mentioned, he dies from the enemy Shima that is up there. The only ship we have to spot him is our Shima, and he has been fairly useless so far. And really, it is the only thing standing between their Shima and our Bismarck and SX in the corner of the map. The corner which Bismarck still hasn't left, by the way. The group of ships that were in F2 has now moved to E2, so they are slowly moving north for whatever reason. Enemy Shima is spotted now. I decide to take a risk and trust that our Shima, the Bismarck, and possibly also the CV will deal with him, since there are better targets for me and more targets to deal with closer to B. The enemy ships continue to shoot at me. They do some damage, but not too much, and I still have 2 heals left. There are some Enemy planes close by. The CV is trying to protect me and Akizuki with one fighter squadron. But we don't have too much help, and Akizuki goes down as he tries to run away from the Friedrich de Grosse. There's another ship with good secondaries, so those are opening up on me. I send some torps in case he continues to get closer. And continue to shoot him with HE and setting fires. Get my Witherer, but I am losing quite a bit of HP now. Luckily I do get some help here with battleship. I don't get the kill, which is not particularly fun considering how much I've been doing around this area, but at least he is dead. And we do have 2 caps. The Bismarck in the north just died from the Shima, not really surprising. But at least our Shima is still alive and trying to deal with him. So hope is not completely lost, even though the hope was quite low to begin with. Go back to shooting at one of the Yamatos. While there are new enemy planes coming in and an enemy south shooting at me. I am once again quite lucky with bomb drops and only 2k damage. As I try to finish the Yamato, I have right now passed 2 million in potential damage, which really isn't surprising considering where I've been all game and how much they have been shooting at me. Desperately trying to get the kill. My friendly ships are trying to steal it, but I get a fire and finally he goes down and I get the arsonist as well.
Our victory is in sight.
We did actually manage to kill the Shima in the north, which I had my doubts about, but in the end my team actually managed to kill him. It took quite some time, but well, a kill is a kill. The Sao I don't see any reason to pursue. We have several battleships in the area, so instead I go south to help the Domskoy and Minotaur to deal with Yamato and North Carolina there. As soon as I get in range of Yamato, I start opening up. I'm down to 7.9k HP and I have 1 heal left. South go down, but so does our Minotaur. But only 2 ships remaining now, the North Carolina and the CV. We are at 920 points. So we should be able to bring this to victory. Not that our team didn't try to prevent that, especially that Bismarck and the 2 destroyers. And actually forced me to do stealth capping in a Khabarovsk. which is not really something you particularly want to do, but sometimes you just have to do what it takes to win. At least now I can do what this ship does best, which is running around full speed, shooting at battleships. As our points are ticking up, and we will take this to a victory.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
And as for the victory screen, I get 162k damage, which is pretty good, even though it's nothing amazing. Considering how much I had to try and avoid damage, and that I had to spend some time to actually stealth cap, I'm still quite pleased with that. Did get 2 torpedo hits on the Shima in smoke, which brought me the first blood and devastating strike. And getting torpedo hits at all with the Khaba is quite nice, seeing as they only have 6 km range. But then I was able to melt out the battleship, so I get both the Wither and Arsonist as well, which is very nice. Base XP, almost 2.3. The Republic is fairly close with 2.1, and then it goes down from there. The Bismarck, as you can see, did nothing, and so did the Yamato that was killed in the north. CV, not too much, but at least more useful than those 2 battleships. Dakizuki, not surprisingly, also very close to the bottom. Amazingly, the Shima, that really didn't want to cap at all, ended up 4th on the team, which probably says more about the team than it says about him. So it's sad to see, because he probably thinks he did well in this game, all things considered. And if you're playing a Shima and don't go near a cap for 6 minutes, you're definitely not doing something right. Most of my damage shooting at battleships, obviously. Got the torpedo hits on the Shima. Most is fire damage, 88k damage. And then roughly 60,000 from guns, both HE and AP. I eat almost 24k damage, but managed to survive. And I end at almost 2.1 million potential damage, which is not that much. Towards the end, they stopped shooting at me a lot and turned to other ships. But for a while, it looked quite bad. Only 2 kills, though, a bit unfortunate, but I was able to definitely help our team win this, because I do not think it would have been possible without me in this game, modest as I am. Bit of credits and some XP and Commander XP. As usual, not much, since I don't really do much with flags and camos. But the important part is that even though I was forced to actually play as a DD for a while, when the enemy had all 3 caps, I was able to turn this around, force the enemy to, burn to death, and bring this to a win, despite what my teammates was trying to do or not trying to do, depending on how you view it. So, all in all, pretty good game. would have liked some more help from the destroyers, but it just shows you can't trust anyone in this game anymore unless you're in a division. Well, unless you're in a division with Sol, but that's another story. Either way, I hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed playing the Khaba, burning everything to the bottom of the sea, which is always satisfying.